Captain Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
I find it very interesting how a lot of these major outlets not speaking on this. I haven't seen No Jumper speak on the Nolan Wells. At least I haven't caught it. I haven't seen VLAD TV speak on the Nola Wells situation. But every time something happened in the black community tragic, it's always on their platforms. It's always up for grabs. It's always a money grab when it comes to our pain. But when it's the other way around, nobody speaks on it. I noticed that. This happened on the 4th of July. I seen all these shows talk about what happened on the 4th of July in Los Angeles in the city of Compton when we had that lady unalived. We had, two gentlemen unalived on 4th of July in the city of Compton. That content is on my page. And if you go back to these platforms, you'll see them talking about that. But this Nolan Wells situation, when it involves white people, we don't see them talking about this. Why is that? And it seemed like nobody is taking notice of that. Now, I seen TMZ earlier. We clearly heard the audio, what happened on that boat. And all of a sudden, they making it seem like we didn't hear what we heard, which is crazy to me. I don't understand why so much cover up in this case. I understand. I actually understand, but it's crazy. This is beyond me. I haven't covered no content this much like I've been on this Nolan Wells. It's just mind-boggling. Like, man, what the is going on here? Now, y'all remember Officer Tatum. He's the guy who interviewed Warren, which is the guy that was on the boat with Nolan Wells and Nolan Wells' other friend. He interviewed both of them. Now, it seemed like he was taking up or he was on these guys' side. But then all of a sudden he comes on his Instagram page. And this one is, I've been told by reliable source that heavy drinking and cocaine allegedly played a role in Nolan Wells' death. Now, ain't this odd how everybody is making it seem like Nolan Wells just this drunk dope fiend? Now, I said I believe there was some drinking. It might have been some drugs involved. But now the picture is being painted that Nolan Wells might have been on that dope. We got to wait and see how that's going to come back. Now, let's go over here and check out this video right here.
But I was told, and you guys, please take in consideration that it's reliable sources. However, the only way to prove the truth in this is if I see it with my own eyes, if the law enforcement have the investigation of this, and also when the toxicology results come out. But people are messaging me and telling me that there is heavy drinking and there's cocaine involved. And there's a particular person whom I know this person's name. I'm not going to disclose it. I'm going to go to the police first. And then I will disclose it if it doesn't interfere in the investigation. But this person allegedly was offering people cocaine, and someone close to Nolan, one of his friends, told me that. But I was told, and you guys, please.
Wow. I got to check the rest of that. I got to go find the rest of that. But ain't that crazy? Cocaine. Somebody was passing it out. But again, it comes to the internet before it goes to the police department. He said he's going to turn it in. Now let's go over here. TMZ need to be canceled about saying this about Nolan Wells, as well as others, not just TMZ. Let's check it out.
But how come when it comes to this Nolan Wells situation, TMZ went away from their usual practices? Harvey Levin is front and center when it's a Celeste and David update, when it's an update about this case and this case. Harvey is the lawyer. He's front and center for everything. And then on occasions, you'll have the black guy next to Harvey, right? And they're having a conversation and they're going back and forth. But for the Nolan Wells situation, when it was time to run cover up, when it was time to run PR for the white folks, yo, Nah, facts. Yo, listen, facts. Kwame Brown says people was just in the chat on my pre-recorded video saying it's fake. We as blacks have to do better. Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact. They were saying it's fake, but then TMZ dropped the same.
How is it fake if it was a call that was made to 911? Where's the original call at? I'm pretty sure that's the original call. I was wondering, how did it get on the internet? Who linked the audio? All they got to do is go back and get the original audio. Let me guess, that's going to come up missing too. We're not going to get the original audio. That's going to come up missing too. We haven't heard the lawyer speak on this audio. What is his name? Ben Crump. We haven't heard him speak on him or Al Sharpton. Haven't spoke on that audio yet. Let's get back to this.
Audio, and that was real. But how come when TMZ is ready to run cover up for the white supremacists, when TMZ is ready to run cover up, you know who they call? Just like Nolan Wells' friends called the biracial kid to take front and center to defend them, to speak to the black community, you know who they call to get us to relax on this Nolan Wells situation?
Before you expose who they get, let me explain something too. The same way that all the gang members get used on these other platforms. The same way all these gang members go on these other platforms and they use them to talk about the streets, bring up what's going on in the streets. That way they can get the ratings, get the views off of it. So it's been going on. This is nothing new. This is just on a bigger scale than these regular low-level street cats. But yeah, it's the same program.
Guessed it. They called the black guy. They called the black guy. Any other TMZ video, I dare anybody to go to a TMZ video and type in the popular cases. Type in Celeste and David. Type in any other legal case. You know who's first? Harvey is front and center. Why we don't see Harvey front and center? Why they bring the black guy to tell us we tripping when it comes to Nolan Wells and we're overlooking or looking too deep into this audio? Hear this nonsense.
Talking about him and talking about him possibly being dead while they were on their way back to the mainland from Horn Island. This is all because of some audio that we got from officials down in Mississippi. This audio is a call that's being made from the boat that Nolan's friends were on. So after they're on Horn Island on July 4th, at the end of the day, about 4:30, they decide they're heading back to the mainland. And the owner of that boat, or the grandson of the owner who's driving the boat, realizes that they are taking on water. Their bilge pump isn't working, so he places a call to a tow company called Sea Tow. And while he's on that call, there is a lot of commotion going on. And what people think is that...
Ain't know what people think. What the is you talking about? People don't think nothing. We heard it with our own ears. Nolan. We heard Nolan's name being called. They talking about they was calling Nolan to come on the boat. No, they wouldn't. No, they was not. They was supposed to have been already in the water when that boat started sinking. Man, people really think we slow, man. I don't understand. Either this town got a lot of money for this cover up, because this right here is nasty work.
The background of that call,
what people think, how they how they
Exactly.
minimalize words that we hear. We heard those words clearly, bro.
Man.
We heard, is he dead? Oh my God, Nolan, no. Get up.
Exactly. Get up. That don't sound like come on the boat. Come on the boat.
We heard those words clearly. And now they're minimalizing those words now. Pay attention. These folks are sneaky. Pay attention, bro. First off, the sleight of hand of bringing us the black guy instead of Harvey is slick. It's not working, but it's slick. Ooh, well done. Now they're saying,
Because they knew that they couldn't use Harvey to do the cover up talk. We would have really been on them. They couldn't use him to do the cover up talk, so they used this puppet right here.
the word that we heard, the actual words that we heard, they're saying, oh, nah, man, that's just commotion. What? Sorry? Huh? Nah, man. Now they're saying that, it's just commotion. because they're trying to say, oh, nah, man, yo, it was a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Y'all couldn't even hear it. Nah, bruh. The sister enhanced the audio. Shout out to the sister, who's a professional audio engineer, if you guys don't know.
Why they couldn't do it? Why they couldn't make the audio clear like she did? Why did it take somebody else to do it and not them? I'm pretty sure we all know why. Why y'all think that? I want to get y'all thoughts in the comment section.
You see, independent media is breaking this case open. The person who enhanced the audio.
Independent media. Independent media is breaking this case wide open, which is all of us. All the Compton Rick Rock supporters, all y'all that watch it and share the video, y'all doing an amazing job. I'm just bringing the reaction. Y'all the one that's doing the job by sharing the video and reposting it. Not just my video, everybody else that's doing content on it. But y'all notice these gang LA channels haven't done nothing concerning this?
The beautiful black sister, she is a professional audio engineer. So she makes sure to enhance it to where it is not just staticky. No, but But the sister enhanced the audio to where you could hear it clearly, as clear as it could be. This is a professional who did this. This sister did her job. This sister did the job that TMZ was supposed to do. Listen, the sister so cold, the sister had another version where she just separated the ad-libs and not the main audio. So you could hear the full ad-libs. Oh my God, this is bad. But now they brought the black guy on TMZ to run cover when Officer Tatum ain't work. They thought bringing Officer Tatum to Mississippi and having him tap dance all around town, tap dance, shuck and jive all around the city will give black folks to say, oh yeah, y'all right. Nolan Wells accidentally drowned. Y'all right.
But I got say one thing that Officer Tatum did. I'm going to tell you what I think he did. He got on the talk. Whether they called him in to do the same thing this guy is, he still got all they recording on record. So when the truth started coming out, you can't backtrack because you said this. They're going to get caught up in a lie. So they might have played themselves and shot themselves in the foot on that one.
So that didn't work. He's out the paint. So now you got the black guy at TMZ telling us that we tripping.
You can hear someone say, is he dead? Nolan. Oh my God. It's really hard to make out.
It's not really hard to make out. It's not hard. They got movies. They could clear that all the way up, clearer than what we heard it.
This is what it sounds like.
Tito Assistant, Vicky speaking. How can I help you? How far is the word coming up, sir?
No, we do not need that.
All right.
Come on, man.
They got the BS audio. It's another audio without her talking, the operator, and you can hear it clearly. They made sure they got the worst audio that you could find. But watch, you can still hear it.
All right. No, we do not need that.
Now, there are other parts of the audio where people think they hear the words.
We don't think we heard nothing. We heard what we heard. We don't think nothing.
Check his chest or wake up. One thing you can definitely hear clearly is the guy who's calling the tow company says, shut the bleep up. Now, he could have been yelling to some people. He does tell the dispatch.
Yo, how come
He yelled, shut the F up, because he had got through with the operator. And y'all screaming and yelling in the background with the operator on the phone. That's why he said, shut the F up.
yo, there's just creative excuses for everything. Maybe he told them to shut the bleep up or shut the up because they making a spot hot. Maybe that's why he told them to shut the up. Y'all making a spot hot. What y'all talking about? And yo, as we ran through this audio, we talked about how, like, when they called, they didn't know the call was being recorded. Right? Because they thought they was waiting for an operator, but the call was being recorded even before they connected them to an operator. So they talking, they going back and forth, telling all the business.
Facts.
Telling all the business. They not holding look, they telling all the business.
If this would have been the other way around, like everybody keep on saying, that audio would have had all their ass in jail right now. They would have all been held for questions. What bail right now, they would have charged them.
Then the operator pick up and bro said, man, shut the F up. And there's no explanation for that outside of y'all tripping. Oh, we tripping. All right, man. We
They
tripping.
had something, if there'd been foul play. And again, that audio is very difficult to make out. The dispatcher that there are about 7 people on board, all of them under the age of 20, under 21, he says. Now, here's what doesn't make sense. If they really...
No. How they list out all the things that are sketchy, and instead of addressing why those things are not sketchy, they go to, here's what don't make sense. No, we understand you got your cape on, but before you get to what don't make sense, can you tell us what makes sense? Can you tell us all the things that you just heard with your own eyes? See, he don't deny hearing what we heard.
For one, it looked like he's reading from a prompter. This don't even sound like something that he's coming off the top of the dome with. This sound like a script that they got him reading.
He don't deny hearing what we heard now. He heard exactly what we heard. But instead of addressing what you heard, instead of addressing, okay.
He can't address it. He gonna get fired and lose his job.
Man, listen, man, it looks bad. He automatically skips to, here's what don't make sense. Nah. We don't want to hear what don't make, no, tell us what makes sense first. You heard that audio, right? See, but he automatically skips to what doesn't make sense.
Company says, shut the bleep up. Now, he could have been yelling to some people. He does.
I'm gonna get up out of here because this pisses me off the more I look at it, seeing all these people trying to cover up what we already see. What we already done seen, what we already heard. None of this stuff makes sense. The only thing that makes sense is all the evidence that been coming out saying that he didn't just wander off into this ocean, this lake, wherever he was at. It's just a mystery how he came up missing. But everything that makes sense sound just like how it's supposed to sound. This is exactly what happened. We haven't seen any more friends pop up on the internet since that audio. And we not going to see no more of the friends pop up since that audio been released. Where is the original audio? And I could bet my life on it. That will be altered. It's going to come up missing as well. If it don't come up missing, it's definitely going to be heavily altered. Leave y'all thoughts in the comment section. What do y'all think? It's Compton Rick Rock. Subscribe to the channel. I catch all of y'all on the next reaction. Also, share the video right now to your friends. Share the video. Independent channels is the ones that's putting the pressure on these people, man. I catch all of y'all on the next one.
Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.